Hi, this is a brief announcement from Garage Services Online about a great new deal that we're offering. If you sign up to a GSO website, we will pay the full course fees for any 2-day or online training course with Andy, the garage inspector. Now, this is limited to only 15 garages, and the offer runs between now to the end of July. So if you'd like to find out more, click the link in the episode notes. But for now, grab a cuppa and listen to episode 3 of Tea Break Talks, where I talk to Andy, the garage inspector, and Sean from Laser Tools about the easy steps garages can take to claw back time in their busy days.
Welcome to Tea Break Talk, where you get a front row seat to the conversations that really matter to garage owners, the ones that make a real difference to how you run your business. We talk to those at the very heart of the automotive aftermarket, and in episode 3 we welcome Sean Satchwell from Laser Tools into the conversation with Jim and Andy Sava, the garage inspector, as they discuss how do garage owners make their workshops more efficient, and can specialist tooling help.
For us as garage owners to perform and provide the services that we say we're going to need on our online visibility is to back it up by having the people, but also the right tooling and equipment. Mm-hmm. And have you seen an increase in that in the last 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, for us,
with what you're offering and what you can do for us?
Yeah, the one thing we do a lot of specialist tooling. So within our range, we've got over 12,000 part numbers. Tools, that's consumables. We've got 5 brands altogether, so anything from body shop to the garage. But for us, we do a lot of specialist consumables as well. So things like electrical connectors.
Yeah. I saw that up there, which is fascinating, isn't it?
Well, this is stuff that people would traditionally go to a main dealer, to buy. So for us, we see a gap in the market, and it's an opportunity for us to, we've developed these kits. We've got the boxes, we've got the top-up packs. So, but for us, specialist tooling is what we do best. We're very good at investing in new tooling equipment. We've got an engineering company. So for us, we're always designing, developing, and looking at what's new.
It's such a huge area for me, because one of the areas, Sean, that I've in the latter part of my career have focused on, and you've seen me talk about it, is how we make efficiencies in the workshop. Yeah. Because the only thing that a garage sells is time, and if we spend hours in the year or the week walking around trying to find stuff or hammer and chisel it or whatever else, I think really understanding the profile of what we do and having the tooling around us is really, really important. And you mentioned about the electrical connectors and all the little consumables. The time that I see wasted, on trying to find the screw or the clip or this or that or the wiring connector, it's just like, it beggars belief, innit? And you've made it so easy for us.
We're one of only 2 companies now in Europe that actually manufacture. So we've got a manufacturing company up in Sheffield called Eldon, and there we've got a machine which will prototype plastic moulds, timing kits, specialist tools. That will then go into development. So we'll test that everything fits the vehicle first, and then we'll go into production.
Can you give me 1 or 2 examples of maybe a very unique specialist tool that you've seen there's a market for in the last, 6-7 months, that you've developed with your company in Sheffield, that you've put onto the van to expose it to the garage network?
This kit here, what we've actually done is it's got 4 drawers within the kit, but this is all to do with clutch. So if you are a garage that's specialising in clutches, in here you've got a universal comprehensive kit that will pretty much cover everything that you're doing, especially for DSG.
So you didn't do this in conjunction with my friends at Rip Expert, Schaeffler, did you?
Yes.
So you're working with a clutch manufacturer themselves to produce this, to make life for the garage owner much easier. So do you know what, Jim? I thought your product and your service was exceptional, but I think Sean's just taken over. I think you can just depart now, and I reckon I should just make this conversation about Sean. But based on what he's just said, is this something that maybe we can maybe capture for those that are investing, like on their visibility on their websites, like something as unique as that?
The more that a garage could actually, I think, storyboard what is entailed for the different types of jobs that they have, it will just create that level of respect that the driving public ought to have for garages. So in fact, if you actually were to feature these tools and you were to even potentially storyboard what would be the main steps in terms of dealing with a clutch or dealing with anything else, it would have, I think it would actually raise the respect levels by the driving public.
100%.
And secondly, actually from a business point of view as well, you'd also be individualising that content, and therefore you'd actually be cementing your position at the top of the Google search listings as well.
I think it also does another thing. I think it adds the value of why you're charging what you're charging, and separates you from, you know, the cheaper product offer from somewhere else. Yeah. And I think if the garage owner or the technician had the ability to video themselves, or do a short video, a minute and a half, and say, look, we've invested with, you know, our friends Laser, or, you know, the Tool Connection, and we've managed to produce a bespoke trolley for when we're doing clutches with the right tooling inside. This is what separates us from, you know, and to be able to get that message across in a short 45-second, 1 minute video, I think is so powerful.
I would imagine most drivers are like me, they're clueless. And so it's very abstract for them, you know, they've put their car in, they've no Scooby as to what really is involved in terms of fixing that car. Sometimes the narrative on an invoice, which is one of the things that Andy talks about, is so poor.
Yeah.
You know, all that literally is line items. So I think anything that actually helps illustrate the learning, the investment, the tools, the training, the intellectual property that goes into the repairs and servicing of these cars, it actually will help garages.
Garages now are very conscious, you know, when you, especially with our tech vans, when you go in and you look at a garage, it's the first impressions. You know, if you're a consumer and you're going into the garage, you want to see that it's clean, that it's tidy, all the things that you talk about when you go into a garage. And I think, you know, people are more conscious of that nowadays.
Do you know what? I've never known a period like we have now, in an arena where we have now, where a garage can access so much expertise from so many different places.
Yeah.
You know, 20, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, it was just you on your own, you know.
Working blind.
You know, if you wanted technical information, if you wanted tooling, it really was really, really, really tough. There is really no excuse not to tap into, you know, website, decent, proper website providers, you know, tooling companies, you know, HR, equipment, whatever you want to call it, you know, it's on tap, you know, and even from the social media platforms and the support groups that are around, and you know, it's just such a great time to be a garage owner. I you know, I'd love to have another opportunity, but I think my time's I'll leave it for others. But honestly, I think we're in a real good space at the moment.
I think I've noticed that as well over the last couple of years. Is there's more emphasis on training. You know, every time we go to shows, it's all about training. It's about, you know, making the garage better.
Look out for episode 4, where Jim and Sean discuss investing in tools, equipment and consumables, and how garages can recoup those costs. Don't miss any of the episodes of T-Break Talk. Subscribe to Garage Services Online's YouTube channel now.